Hey everyone, this is Dan, the GM, bringing you What the Dice. This is the first time you've joined us? Well, you've joined us 106 episodes in, my friends. There's a lot, and I mean a lot, you have missed. We have had mysteries, we have murder mysteries, we've had chaos. Mostly in the last episode, we had a lot of chaos. Now, as a GM, I like to make items that make our games interesting and fun. But never in a million years did I think that they would all use Wild Shot right out the gate to attack rats. Simple, basic rats. I am still reeling from this discovery, and I'm loving it, because in Season 2, I'm taking the holds off, and we're discussing what we want to do for Season 2, and we're doing Shadowrun, and I can tell you this, I fear for me, but that is in the next season. We're in Season 1, and we've still got lots to do. Well, sit back, relax, and enjoy episode 106 of What the Dice. As we walk into the campsite, we look around. More traps have been laid out. They have been baited. And the fire is not as high as it normally is. Fish is still cooking, but we see the storyteller eyes on the forest, making sure anything that moves he gets a bead on. We also see out in the underbrush a few hunters moving carefully through the woods, clearly stalking something. He turns to us and gives us a smile. Ah, me friends, it seems as I had to hire extra help for getting rid of my dire rat problem. These pesky creatures have stolen quite a bit of food and have damaged some of my leathers. But they are doing what dire rats do, surviving. Well, it seems as if these strange rats in the caves of Godsfell are doing more than just surviving. You want to know? Well, sit back, relax, and hear me tell. In the last episode, you guys had a chance to get into the lower parts of the mines. And due to a grievous error from the wonderful and all-knowing GM, I handed you all Wild Shots. Well, we had a chance to see what happens when 3 players use 3 shots of Wild Shot against a group of rats. And I would like to remind anyone who doesn't play this game regularly, dire rats only have 6 HP. They wiped out about 30 of them.
It was great.
They had 6 HP.
Oh, the screeching.
It was great. I don't know what you're talking about. That was fun.
Lightning cloud, dire wolf.
Breathing fire.
But in a unfortunate twist of fate, with Kalila casting a lightning bolt into the room, she has powered up these strange turrets that are dropping from the sky. Laser sights active and constantly moving.
Yeah, you just had to point that out, didn't you?
Yep.
GM revenge.
No one would have remembered. Just gotta
I
point the
would've.
finger. Shh, you're on my side.
Sorry, forgot to remind me.
As the camera pans slowly from the room with turrets slowly panning left and right, small little laser reticles homing in on anything that even remotely moves. The camera slowly pans to the doorway where Kalila, Defibulus, Faye, and Hugin stand just outside of sights. off to the side, Defibulus sees a small access panel that is opened and sparking with the words "Turrets active" in common.
Very nice of them to put it in common for us.
Yeah, convenient. Mm-hmm. Yep, I remember that.
So, who wants to get shot first?
Okay. I need to know how wide this corridor is. From here to the computer terminal, how far away is it? Or the thing with the words that we can read?
You are standing, so it goes, there is a open hallway, door, whatever you want to call it. And on the panel or on the wall to the north, you would see a small glowing panel with the words, turrets active. The stretch across is 120 feet-ish.
Got it. So I'm outside. Got it. Okay. That's quite a range.
I will do you all a favor and drop in some turrets so you guys can see them.
I appreciate that so much. And maybe a little one or in a different color for the computer thingy that maybe location.
Absolutely.
We are such visual people. Thank you. That is a lot of turrets. Are all of them active?
They are all active.
Oh, God.
That should have been red. Hold on. There you go.
Well, that's actually kind of close, but...
Now, you do not know what their range is. You also don't know if they are firing. During the wild shot fiasco, there's also a lot of smoke billowing out from behind you as Faye even opens her mouth remotely because she still has 6 minutes of her wild shot curse.
Okay, can I tell how long I'm going to be belching fire?
Smoke? No, you do not. But remember, every time you do have a breath attack, which I think we determined it was like 3d6 fire damage.
Yeah.
Or 2d6 fire damage, something like that.
We borrowed some basic Dragonborn stuff out of D&D.
Yeah. because homebrewing.
Yep.
Yeah.
We can do
We
that.
don't need no stinking rules.
We write
Yes,
the
we
rules.
do. We need the guidelines. I have to know what I break.
All
Good
right,
point.
that's fair. Foundation enough to break.
Yes. So,
Rules are meant for bending.
They are.
Defibulus, what would you like to do?
Defibulus is still kind of looking in the room. He's like, well, that was really impressive what we managed to accomplish in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, there are a lot of really angry turret thingies in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well worth the effort, though.
You know, I can't disagree. Although, Faye,
Mm-hmm.
you can't talk, can you? I saw the smoke. Does the smoke thing happen if you open your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's kind of fascinating.
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, how often do you get to shoot fire out of your mouth? Don't answer that.
Can she actually spit fire out of her mouth?
Well, there were gusts.
All I have seen is smoke.
There were, I thought, gusts of flame behind us, unless she was lighting stuff on fire.
Oh, I don't remember seeing the flame. All right.
So which was it? Were you spewing fire everywhere or just lighting things on fire?
Faye has a look on her face like, round and find out.
Well, she's obviously not in a very talkative mood.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I wonder what happens if you got a sneeze.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Mm-mm.
Now I'm kind of curious.
Mm-mm.
I'm kind of dying over here.
Mm-mm.
So,
Mm-mm.
now here's a question.
Mm-mm.
If this continues on like it does that mean, like, we could, like, have someone, like, I could jump on your back and guide you like a flame belcher and, like, have you set people on fire?
Mm-mm.
I don't think she wants you to ride her around.
Well, I'd make sure everything would work and would be comfortable. That would just be rude not to, but still, think of how effective it would be.
Mm-hmm. Faye stamps her foot and gestures at the turrets like, this! Something about this!
Oh, right, turrets.
Yeah, how would you deal with those?
Well, there is that panel that was saying turrets active that's kind of sparking.
Well, let's see if they do the same thing as the snakes. So he looks around for a rock or in her bag for a crappy ration.
Oh, you find rocks and bits and bobs on the ground that you could throw if you wish.
Yeah, she's gonna toss one into the middle of the room. See if the red dotty things do the same thing as the last time, even though they were snakes last time.
As you toss the rock in, it doesn't even hit the ground before you hear, and it just drops.
All right, so jumping is or running across that is out of the question. Even I can't run that fast.
Well, why not?
I think it's the armor. It slows me down.
We'll have to devise much lighter armor for you.
I meant that sarcastically, but that's fine. I actually like my armor.
Well,
Anybody have a shield? What
No,
about
we-
in our bag? Do we have anything that might have been Clyde's?
he did have an extra shield. I don't know what he did with it. Who's got the bag?
You do.
Oh! Whoops. 1 second.
I have the water skin. You have the bag.
The Fibulus will start rummaging through that bag to see if Clyde left any spare shields in there.
For sake of brevity, I believe you guys had some small bucklers that you did not sell. I'll say that you have a cheap metal buckler. And Faye, you suddenly feel like you need to burp, and all the smoke is stopped.
She might have finally wore off.
Or that she's hit critical mass and she's going to explode. What?
I
It's
think that was a yeah right. Don't joke around.
well, I'm just being, truthful. I mean, she could have hit a critical mass. We don't know how it works.
Well, yeah, that is true. It was wild shot.
But it's good for research and not future knowledge. I think next time we need more wild shot.
I'm not opposed to more wild shot, but those turrets are going to be a problem.
So you do find a small buckler. What would you guys like to do with this small buckler?
We have rope, right?
Yes. Yes, we do.
This team always has rope. Even if you guys don't buy rope, you will always have rope because you guys are just that kind of people.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. I do have that, also thing of growing ladder from Mexi's shop as well.
I'm thinking, although, well, I don't know if they would shoot the rope though, but tie rope to arrow, fire arrow across, see if we get it to stick to something, and run the shield across to see if these things can punch a hole through the shield. Although
Yeah, that's also a good point. I don't know if they would work against a shield.
they're bucklers, so they wouldn't provide really great cover like someone's tower shield would have.
Yeah, but those things fire so fast. I don't even know if I could necessarily block it. Or, I mean, are you saying that's possible? Your boomstick ammunition goes fast. Flies fast. And these things seem to fire faster.
The figures will pop a shot across the hall to see if they can track that bullet.
It seems like they're able to track it, kind of. They're not able to pull the shot off, so it's clear that they have some kind of intelligence enough to know if they can make the shot or not.
Do they have range to hit the doorway from where we're standing?
Where you guys are standing, you're outside their field of vision, so I can give you kind of a cone of vision so you know what your zoning is.
That would be helpful, yes.
That helps.
Thank you.
How tall are the ceilings in here? 10 feet?
Just about.
So there's kind of a blind spot in the middle.
Yeah, but you would have two sections of crossing arches.
Yeah, no, I see that.
And that would be difficult for us to trace out anyway.
Yeah, because right now you're just seeing a single bead of light just panning across.
That red box is the panel
It is on your side.
and not in the field of fire of these turrets whatsoever by the looks of it.
Correct. It is on the outside of the wall that you guys are standing next to. So the wall is kind of acting like full cover. So you guys can peer in and you can kind of see the turrets moving around, panning left and right. but they don't necessarily detect you.
So I could theoretically, with the way the fields of fire are set up, I could walk to that panel without being shot to hell.
No, that panel is on your side.
Oh,
So that would be a yes. Dan, you answered that wrong. He said I could walk to it without getting shot, and you said no. Yeah,
Oh,
you
that
can
is
walk
that
there.
is my bad.
all right. Defibulous is gonna take a look at that panel.
All right, give me a knowledge engineering.
1 second, I gotta find my dice. It went under the desk.
How rude of it.
Very dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, you stare at the panel and you realize you could probably peel off the panel to get to the actual behind it. But at the same time, you kind of look at it and it reminds you of the computer or the box of information that the snake messed around with. You see icons, you see things you don't quite necessarily recognize. It looks like it is interactable, like you could tap it and it reacts.
And it's all in common, you said, right?
Yes, it is.
Defibulous will see if he can find something that controls the turrets so we can turn them off.
All right. Let's go with an oh, you've got engineering. Let's go knowledge engineering.
Nat 20.
Poking around, you were finally able, after almost 10 minutes of poking around on the screen, you are finally able to access turret controls. And it is in a language you don't quite recognize. It kind of looks like common, but kind of not. A lot of the words just don't make sense, like stick and shock, gel rounds, sandbag, things like that. And you do not see a off mode. It looks like it is grayed out.
Well, that's just inconvenient of it.
What's going on? What have you found out?
Well, aside from these gel round sandbag, whatever that is, these things, some of these sound like bullets, but I can't be certain. But the option to turn the darn things off just isn't there. I wonder if I can tell them not to shoot us.
Well, I mean, I don't know what gel would be,
Oh, I have no idea.
but we sometimes use like sandbags with the docks to help anchor in boats. Maybe
They shoot
changes?
sandbags at you then. That would hurt.
maybe. I mean, like training arrows, right? It's a packed thing of chalk. Maybe it's sandbags.
Oh, I was thinking like one of those big sandbags, like those 5 pound 10. That'd be kind of cool to
I
take a
don't
shot.
think that it would launch a large one. I mean, I don't know what do you call this part of it? Poking his gun, I know it's the barrel.
Oh, that's the barrel.
'Cause maybe they have, I don't know what the size of the barrel is, but it would be whatever could come out of the barrel.
Well, if it's shooting as fast as they do when you threw that thing, I don't want to get hit by a sandbag either, any size.
Yeah, but it wouldn't kill you.
Are you sure about that?
No, but I would say I have a better chance of standing against a sandbag than whatever's coming out of it now.
I'm going to see if I can find a way to tell it not to shoot us.
That sounds better.
All right. Let's get another knowledge engineering check.
He does look over at Faye, like, unless you object.
Are you not trying to talk yet? Your smoke stopped. Try talking. Just talk in that direction, pointing down back the tunnel.
Faye turned around and opened her mouth.
There's a little bit of smoke, but no flames, no nothing, and the flames have been completely gone. But you do have a very ashy taste in your mouth.
What's it taste like?
Failure.
I wonder,
Failure?
wonder if we could market that
At least you can talk.
taste to people. Have a taste of failure.
I don't think anybody wants to taste that.
No, nobody wants this. Not even with an acquired taste.
And a 24 on the poking around the computer again.
As you poke around, you do see a friendly mode. When you tap it, it says Insert SIN ID.
We experienced something like that with that card once before, right?
No, you found a key card.
Yeah, the snake showed me, for the key card, 2 different swipe things. Does this thing have a swipey thing that the key card can fit in?
Nope.
Oh, all right. Well, Kalila's got nothing.
Can I see that card?
Just shrug and hand it over.
Fabulous will examine the card to see if there's anything that matches the field that it's asking to input.
roll your perception.
23.
With the 23, you flip the card one way, the other way, and then you notice that your finger kind of rubs it, and the screen changes. And now, instead of saying whatever the guy's name is with his rank and his picture, you now see clearance codes. You swipe it again, you see what the emergency codes are, like, what a code red is, what a code blue is, what a SR code is. And then you see on the third, fourth swipe, SIN number.
Ooh, I like this thing. We need to get more of these. These are fun.
Why? What does it do? As she tries to look over his shoulder in a curiously cat manner.
Well, if you swipe your finger on it, stuff changes and shows more stuff.
Oh.
But I see that number that the thing he's asking for, so I wonder, he's gonna see if he can find where he can punch it in at.
As you hold up the SIN, as you hold up the key card, the little screen flashes, the ID flashes, and it says that you are cleared to enter.
Neat. Well, I think I turned it off. You guys want me to walk in there and find out?
Throw a rock.
Lila will toss another rock.
You hear inorganic detected, opening fire, and you hear a series of shots, and the stone never makes it to the ground.
Inorganic.
I kind of don't want to go in there.
Yeah, I'm still hesitant. I wouldn't want to step in there, nor would I want you to step in there. Oh, wait. What if I go back and grab one of the rat bodies? Or see if there's a nearby rat to chuck in there or something.
There's got to be dead rats at our feet.
Yeah, something close.
I will say a couple of halves of rats.
Close enough. Pick up a tail and chuck.
Vermin detected. Switching. Opening fire. You see the rat hit the ground, and you hear a series of splats, and the rat carcass is covered in a thick green ooze that is hardening just enough to where it doesn't sag.
Ew.
I wonder if that's the slime or ooze that the thing said.
That was pretty fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Switch it to the sandbag.
The Fibulus will go back and see if he can switch it over to sandbag now.
And now she's gonna chuck another rat in the room.
You hear, the Fibulus would recognize this as the sound of a shotgun, as a series of heavy black bags get sent down and just knock this rat across the room, and then stops.
Oh, interesting. It has the ability to switch from a single barrel shot to like a shotgun. I want one now.
You want everything we're finding down here.
Is that so wrong?
No, I'm just pointing out. You wanted one of those bots from the Murdoch. You want a snake. You already have parts of a turret. You want a whole nother turret. Now you want one of these things.
Yeah, sounds about right.
All right, making sure you're keeping your list straight, I guess.
Well, think about it. Can you imagine how much fun it would be, putting a turret on Hugin?
I mean, that would be useful.
He looks over at Hugin. What do you think, buddy?
Foot stamps.
I think he agrees. Meanwhile, Dan's just sitting there going, nope, not gonna happen to Fabulous. No chance in hell.
All right, I have an idea.
Hang on.
I walk out there and see if I get shot?
No.
No.
I have copycat.
What does that mean?
Is it a cat that copies things?
I have.
I mean, I am a cat.
No.
Do you copy things?
I mean, sometimes.
I have a copycat. Faye gestures and brings into existence her double. I am using my class skill called Copycat. I can create an illusory double of myself as a move action. It functions as a single mirror image. It lasts for 2 rounds or until it is dispelled or destroyed.
Double to Faye.
So now there are 2 of me standing in front of y'all.
Send him in.
The double walks into the room.
You hear life form detected. Scanning. Illusion. Disengage. And the turrets move about and continue to scan. Defibulous perception check.
24.
You notice that as the double went over and the strange voice activated, you notice that the system was going through what it was calling security checks. Standard vision, thermal vision, and what looks like some kind of test vision. It doesn't have a lot of specifications. It's literally like as you click on it, it says like description incoming, WIP, stuff like that. Like for us, it would be a placeholder that the programmer never finished his job and probably either quit, got fired, or just decided not to do it.
I done had enough of this.
I'm gone.
I'm gone. Anyways, all right. So there's also clearly a delay because now it has to identify what's coming into the room instead of just pew right away.
Maybe we'll go back up to that little screen and look for the modes that it's looking at people in.
Right now,
Well, while he's researching that, I was going to say Kalila's going to make a suggestion of she can create a nice little 5-foot wall of dirt, from her one spell. Wall of rock, essentially. And if we needed to, we could use it as like kind of a middle of the bridge duck and cover instead of trying to clear it the whole way. Gives you a point of rest to hide behind something, maybe.
But it did identify your rock you threw and shot it anyway.
Yeah, so it might still shoot that rock too. You're right. Never mind.
Defibulous, give me a quick perception check for what you're looking at.
28.
Right now, you see scan mode active, and it is going through, and it says auto on all the vision.
He's like, let's see if we can find a way to turn that off.
Knowledge engineering?
Or would it be knowledge engineering or disabled device?
Are you trying to disable the device that you're working on?
Oh, so the disabled device would just strictly be turning off the panel then?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Or getting access to the panel, like if you wanted to get into its guts.
We might try that later.
29.
With the 29, you poke and poke and poke, and you're able to switch, but you notice that every time you switch it, it says that it is currently in patrol mode, vision options not enabled, and it switches it back to auto.
Okay, he's like, oh, good.
You also notice that there is a thing that says, pending or a clearance granted for whatever the name is on the key card. So it looks like one person could enter the room. At least theoretically.
Diffus is like,
You're thinking of a bad idea, aren't you?
Thinking, nope, doing. And he's gonna go trot right into the middle of the room.
As you trot in, the turret's active turn, and you hear a clearance granted. And they go right back to just scanning left and right.
Look at the turret where they're at. Thanks, buddy.
Kalila's just staring at Defibulous. Her ears are flat and back like she's annoyed and defeated, but there's definitely okay, he was right. Defeated but happy he is alive look on her face.
Does Defibulous see anything down the area he's facing?
So it looks like there's another hallway, and then maybe a supply cabinet, and then what looks like maybe you can go in further. Can I also get a perception check for the room?
Do I get to roll since we're kind of watching? Or
Nope, because it's something he would only be able to see.
31.
31. In the back, you see another panel. This one is master control, and you can tell that it is currently behind another piece of glass that looks like it has been chewed on. It looks like maybe a rat has gotten through it, because the turrets are currently set to patrol mode with F and F active.
Defibulous will trot down here and take a look at this.
As you get closer, you notice that this panel is covered in a piece of glass. If you tap the glass, it doesn't do anything. You see where rats have made their way in by chewing on a corner to make their way in. You see that the system is currently set to lethal. It looks like only authorized personnel are allowed inside due to a ship-wide lockdown. What would you like to do?
Is there a place to show the key card to whatever is around this so I can get in?
You could hold it up and see what happens.
Yeah, Defibulous will hold up the card to it.
As you hold up the card, a small, quick flash happens, and then the panel slides open, and everything changes. You see words like diagnostic and uh, authorized personnel and eject magazines and all sorts of strange words. One of which is the end of the episode.
Ah!
He'll hit that button.
No.
Well, me friends. It seems as if the adventurers have a new problem. These strange turrets that seem to be able to identify flesh and bone from stone and metal, and are able to see past magic. Well, whatever creature, god, or forgotten deity created this, the adventurers must find a way past. And this strange card of information seems to hold the key. Well, my friends, unfortunately, that is all the time we have for today. And as always, may the dice gods bless your every roll. We here at What the Dice would like to thank Paizo for creating Pathfinder, Epidemic Sound for our music, as well as Sirenscape for our sound effects. If you would like to reach out to us, you can do so on Facebook at What the Dice Pod, Twitter at What the Dice Pod, and of course email whatthedicepod@gmail.com. And if you liked our little adventure, please share us with your friends and rate and review us.